do you think, like, do you think it's gonna matter who gets elected here, whether it's Harper or this guy? Do you think it's actually gonna make a difference in making change for this country? Honestly.
Well, me personally, anybody would be better than Harper.
Yeah.
I'd have a monkey run this country before I'd have Harper run this country.
Finance the government?
You and I.
No, it doesn't. Privatized banks do.
But
do you know how money's created?
yeah.
How?
398 children died in foster care.
No, it's actually made out of thin air, and then the government borrows it, and then the privatized banks say that we owe them interest. How do we pay back money that doesn't exist?
Yeah, and why wouldn't you just print your own money and borrow from yourself?
Exactly. It's called community currency. There's a revolution happening.
I do believe we need to stand on guard and be vigilant and fight for our freedoms and for our families. Fight for our seniors and fight for our children.
A very unique experience, which is every night I come out, I think that was just the biggest crowd. I think this is the biggest one we've ever seen. And then there's one other thing, and then we're going to take questions. There are lots of things a government could do. There are lots of things a prime minister might do. But there's one thing a prime minister absolutely must do, and that is respect the democratic rights of citizens and respect the democratic institutions of our country. Mr. Harper is the first prime minister in the history of this country to be found guilty of contempt for Parliament. You may not have followed all the fancy details up in Ottawa, but you all know what contempt of Parliament means. It means contempt of democracy, and most fundamentally, it means contempt of the Canadian people. This is not good enough. It is time for a change. Now, speaking of democracy, let's do a little. Let's do some. Let's show them how. Here's how it works. I don't have any idea what questions are going to be asked of me in the next little while. That's how it works. If you don't like the answers, as free citizens, you are free to go to another answer that you like better. That's how it works. I am not an entertainer. I am not a comedian. I am an accountable public official, and I have to be here, and I have to answer your questions. That's how it works. Now we got one over there. We're going to go. Let me understand how we. Oh, just one little thing. Not a lot of people know this, but a question is a short interrogative statement followed by a question mark. Not everybody knows that, but that's what it is, and there'll be one per customer. Okay? There we go. Take a few questions. I don't want people to be left out. So this is the last one, so it better be good.
Hello, good sir. Your opponent, Stephen Harper, has admittedly said he's gone to a Bilderberg meeting, which is admitted on Wikipedia. I would like to know if have you ever attended one of these meetings, and what do you think of these secret meetings?
I have never been. I've never been to Bilderberg. I've never been in black helicopters either. Look, the point about Bilderberg, maybe people don't know what this is about, but it's very important that in a democracy, elected leaders don't go to highly secret meetings that the people don't know anything about. I mean, I just think as an elected official, you ought to know where I'm going and what I'm doing. I have a public appointment book. If I have the honor to be a prime minister, you know what I'm doing, you know, and that transparency, I think, is important, and the failure of organizations like Bilderberg to be transparent has created an enormous amount of anxiety and resentment, in a sense there's some kind of secret world where stuff gets decided. I don't want to be in any secret world where things are being decided. I want to be in transparent public places where things are decided.
Fluoride Action Network, www.fluoridealert.org has good information, and there's this new book I'd like you to look at, The Case Against Fluoride, how hazardous waste ended up in our drinking water, and the bad science and powerful politics that keep it there. And I'd like you to just look at that and let me know before the polls open, because I'm looking at where I'm going to put my vote.
Okay. Thank you. I thank you for your question. I'm not going to make any comment on fluoride. I just make one comment. All good policy has to be driven by science.
Michael, do you believe in the idea of a North American Union?
He didn't get it. Oh, thank you very much. Did you get it? A little bit.
Hey, Michael. Thank you. What do you think about the North American Union, sir?
Someone like you have come up and wish you all the best and hope that you will
Thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you for being here tonight. Hey, nice to see you. Great. That's all we had fun tonight. We had fun tonight. That was great. I really appreciate it.
Michael, what do you think about the North American Union, sir? Canadians know about it. We're not going to stand for it. We are aware and we are awake.
Being an American is not easy. It is hard. We are required as a country to keep some very serious promises. We are judged by a high standard.
People are waking up to the New World Order. 2012. Google North American Union. Michael knows what we're talking about. Global government, one world economy. That's what he wants to establish. Canadian